I thought we were cool.
Yeah, I thought we were straight, but she.
I gave her kind of an apprehensive, like, yeah, I got your back. And
okay, so here's what I want to spoil rotten. This is a big question for me. The last thing you do in the game, or the last big decision I'd say you make, is you are confronted by the idea that in order to kill the archdemon, a Grey Warden has to die.
Hooey, I say.
Apparently. The only other option, you are presented with an alternate option of doing it with Morgan and having a baby. I don't know exactly. I don't even understand exactly how that helped. But
I want to explain it to you.
If you had secret sex with Morgan, you wouldn't have to do that.
Oh, it wasn't secret.
I told my whole party. What was the Win? I was like, hey, Win! We did it! These pipes are clean!
Yeah, well, I think, so the story was basically that she would be with child in a very early stage. I think there's a little bit of undertones of abortion rights here. But she'd be with child, and so that life force would seek out, the blood of a Grey Warden, and it would just as soon seek out this baby.
And it would make a demon baby.
No. So what she explained was that the archdemon, it's the soul of an ancient god that is resurrected in the body of a dragon by the Darkspawn. But the god itself is not necessarily evil. So her point is that, look, like this, these souls can't die, and it's just going to go back to nothingness. But we could also give it like a life. But the quid pro quo there was that you can never see Morgan again. And I like Morgan; she's great. So my final decision, I decided to make the demon baby.
So did I, because I was in a relationship with Morgan already, and she gives you a ring.
Yeah,
that allows you to find her, or for her to find you. There's a point where you get captured earlier on in the game, and she can actually come and get you because of the ring.
Did you decide to let her come and get you, or did you break out?
I decided to break out, but there's a cutscene where she says, well, I can go get him.
This didn't happen to me at all. What?
I got that.
Yeah.
What?
There's a part where you're at Fort Dracon after Anora turns on you in front of the guards.
Right.
And they capture you.
That didn't happen to me.
That didn't happen to you.
No.
It wasn't Anora. It was the general. It wasn't Anora for me, at least. For me, it was the general for the the band, not Bantegan. I don't know. One of those.
That guy with the beard.
But I busted out of Fort Dracon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you have the option of busting out yourself, or you can have your party members come rescue you. But that can only happen if Morgan has the ring, because then she knows exactly where you are.
I guess she must not have the ring then.
You have to be in a relationship with her, and the only way that you can do that, I think, is if you agree to kill Flemeth for her.
You have to kill Flemeth and get her approval way up, and then you guys can make sweet, sweet love.
Now, see, we did have sex. Like, we had dirty, dirty sex.
But you didn't have a relationship.
No, I mean, it was a relationship. There was no sort of love in there at all. It was just doing it. You know what I mean? Just like dirty.
Wizard on wizard.
Dirty action.
Showed her places of the fade that she had never seen before.
Yeah.
This got creepy fast.
Yeah, it got real weird. I didn't kill Flemeth because it seemed like it would be hard. So I went and talked to Flemeth. I was like, hey, you better watch out. And she was like, just don't tell anybody that I'm still alive. And I was like, all right, it sounds like a deal.
Right. I mean, this is why BioWare is insane. You don't even have to do that. You can lie to Morgan.
That's what I did. I said, like, I got a deal, baby. No problem. No worries. Well, that was why I didn't. That's part of the reason I didn't do the demon baby, because I didn't want Flemeth to come and find Morgan pregnant with a demon baby, because who knows what Flemeth could do with that. It would be terrible.
I feel bad about killing Flemeth now, because it seems like Flemeth was the good one between those two, right?
I'm glad I made the decision that I made, because the scene that I got with Alistair, when he wanted to kill the Darkspawn, but I wouldn't let him, was really moving, and I'm glad that I got to see that, because it was a really
If you have Logain in your party, can you have him strike the final blow and let him die?
No, well, only if you So do you have to convert him to a Grey Warden to get?
Yeah, he does. He goes through the joining. That's the deal.
I guess so. It doesn't seem like he would do that though.
Well, he does.
He's like a bullet shield that way.
So, Justin, just to clarify, you didn't do the Morgan thing and you died, right?
I died.
What was the scene at the end? Was it a funeral?
It was beautiful. It was so Alistair was like, let me do it. You know, I'm king and I want to do one good right act. Like I want my entire legacy to be this. And I love him too much. I love Alistair too much. I couldn't let him do it.
He's the best character in that game.
He's the best character in the game. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I drop my staff like a hard ass, pick up a sword out of some dead Hurlock, and go and bury it in the Archdemon's head.
See, my game was kind of weird because I dropped my sword, picked up another sword out of some dude's head.
Like, hey, that sword was really good.
Sword. Like, he saw that it was +2 against Darkspawn.
He's like, I'll take that.
So I killed him. I killed him, and then there was a funeral scene with Alistair sort of presiding, and they named they reopened the Mage Circle in my honor, and named it, after me.
The Mage Circle, which might not even be there if you chose to kill the mages. So this is insane.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be BioWare, honestly. It sounds like a lot of long nights.
And it gets worse, right? Because Chris, you don't have Alistair, right? He's gone in your game.
Drinking.
So when you play the expansion pack, he's not going to be there. But the reason I chose to go with the Morrigan ending was, number one, I think it was a better idea to break the cycle of, Archdemon comes, Grey Warden dies, repeat. And I think just from a story standpoint, I find it really interesting to think that my character is now going to be looking for this person. He has a reason to kind of, travel the world looking for her. And plus I can use him in the expansion.
Yeah, also, you're just really afraid of dying, of death. It sounds like, Ludwig, you and I had similar endings in impregnating Morgan. What I found particularly interesting was when Travis played it, there's another option in the bedroom scene with Morgan where you can say, I am not going to impregnate you and make seed for a demon baby. Instead, I'll get Alistair to do it. You can get Alistair to put a baby up in that.
That's what would happen if you're playing as a female, right?
No. You can say as a dude.
Oh. Okay.
Morrigan's like, hey, put a baby up in that, and you can say no thanks. But Alistair will do it, and then you can sort of cajole them into
it. And when I agreed to it, I almost assumed that I would have a chance to kill Morrigan just in case. Like if she's turned out to be really evil, then I could quickly stab her in the face. But yeah, that didn't turn out so well.
But she's so pretty.
Yeah, she's a really great character too. Claudia Black should play all the characters in BioWare games. But so many choices and stuff. And there was a really cool thing that I thought, there's an optional dragon that you can fight. You summon it with a gong.
Yeah, I did not beat that dragon.
You know that one?
That was
if
optional.
you don't beat that one, it also changes some of the text that you get at the ending. For me, you uncover the sacred ashes of Andraste in that place. So and there you can choose whether you let that researcher go and spread the word, or whether you want to keep it a secret. What did you guys decide there?
I'll let him go.
I
threw a
also,
knife in the back of his head.
Wow,
Didn't want him to do that. But anyway, so if you don't defeat the dragon, the story says that the dragon kind of ruins the place and collapses, and nobody can ever get near it again because there's this dragon that you just left there. Which kind of works out because I didn't want people finding out about the ashes.
why just out of curiosity, why did you elect not to kill the dragon? Were you not lead enough to do it? Was that the problem?
I tried and it completely slaughtered me.
I tried too, and I lasted about 1 second, and I was like, "Well,
It's way too hard at that point. You'd have to go back.
I mean, I did it, but but I'm good at video games. I think it's the difference.
Right, I didn't even think about it like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Also, the dog. I just switched out and used the dog in that fight. The dog's an animal. If you'll forgive that wasn't even planned.
Cheryl was great too. That was also a really great character, especially his hatred for birds.
Her hatred for birds.
her hatred for birds.
Okay, guys, I've got a lot of show to put together, so let's wrap this up. But thank you for being my special guests.
Okay. Thank you for having... Wait a second. What are you talking about?
Hey. What's he doing? All right. I love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.